happy to be. I think I'm dying here, man.
Through the haunted mansions and floors, the creep, they lead us to the places from which we dare not peek. A journey through fear and the realm of the night. In every word they speak, our hearts ignite with fright. Welcome to the horror show, the Deep Cut Podcast, where nightmares come alive, ready to take their blow. Tune in to the chilling delight on the airwaves of the night. Let the darkness grow. Let the darkness grow.
Aw, yeah! It's that time again for another bi-weekly podcast with your hosts, Rotten Roger DeMarco and...
Evil Dead Inks. Use the devil, ain't ya?
the SyFy Channel is the devil this week.
This week, we're on to the part 3. Although they don't say part 3 at all in this. This is Pumpkinhead. Ashes to Ashes.
Not with a 2. That would have been too hip-hop, I think.
Yeah, that's Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah. Too Lava, Too Lantula, perhaps? The even deeper cut?
Deeper cut. Part 3. I have never seen this until this week.
Yeah, buddy.
How about you?
So I saw it on the SyFy Channel when they premiered. They premiered both back-to-back.
Okay, yeah, now as you say that, I remember seeing like glimpses of it on the SyFy Channel, and it was, I think, the church sequence, and that's all I saw. I never watched the movie.
That church. Anyways, yeah, they premiered back-to-back on SyFy Channel, and it was kind of a channel flip type of deal. Like, watch it a little bit, go away, come back, watch it a little bit. And then, fast forward a number of years, all the movie galleries, when Movie Gallery decided it was officially done, going out of business, you know?
Yeah.
Megan and I, we just kind of would travel around to the towns that had them and then just like take a cardboard box and just buy whatever.
Yeah.
And there was a movie gallery selling Pumpkinhead, Ashes to Ashes, and Blood Feud. I almost said 3 and 4. But
it's 3 and 4.
yeah. So was selling that double bill DVD, which is the one on the mantle. And
surprisingly, you can't buy these separate.
Oh, yeah. You mean they didn't want to put the money into individual packaging?
That's probably more than they put into the budget of some of the sequences.
So, that's I bought it then, and then I had rewatched them. Oh, I'm gonna say about 2 years ago. I the curiosity got the better of me, and I was like, I remember these fucking sucking. So I watched them and was like, it was like a real test of endurance to get through, you know. And then when we decided, hey, let's get back into franchise territory, Pumpkinhead's a quick, breezy franchise. Well, half of it's breezy.
It gives me a reason to watch 3 and 4 because I never got around to it. And at one point, I know I was going to purchase 3 and 4 together, and they were very extremely expensive. And you had told me to pump the brakes, Red. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't spend more than $4.
Oh my gosh, I haven't, and I never will.
So it's interesting you brought up the budget because I was bound and determined to discover, you know,
to dig and find out what the budget was.
How much, this cost. So there isn't an individual budget per
There's
the
a
two.
combo.
Because they were both filmed back to back in fucking Bucharest, Turkey, or, you know, somewhere, not in America, which is very painfully obvious.
That made a lot of sense to me. Not necessarily a lot. In this one with one character, Oliver, I believe, is super dubbed. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with that guy?
So many characters.
And it was painfully obvious in 4. I was like, why is everybody dubbed so shittily in this?
It doesn't look right. So the total combined budget for the 2 Pumpkinhead SyFy movies?
$350,000.
$6 million.
Huh?
Yeah.
So $3 million a piece.
$3 million a pop. $3 million a pop. And
How
to
much
put
of
that
that
in
went to Doug
perspective,
Bradley for this one?
to put that in perspective, the first movie's budget was $6 million
Yeah.
in 1988.
Yeah, so that's what, $22 trillion today's money?
Right. That's Jacques Cousteau pockets. That's deep money. But for $3 million a piece, you couldn't do better, which really blows my mind because I don't have
2006.
Yeah,
too.
and
This was 2006. Our previous entry was 1994.
and I don't have the budget numbers for Pumpkinhead 2, but I know it was low. We're talking like a couple $100,000. You know, we're talking low budget Jeff Burr movie, and it dances circles around these movies, dude. So, I don't know. Obviously you have to give the folks out there in internet land a brief plot synopsis. And it will be brief because there ain't a lot of meat on these bones.
I don't know. This is the first movie to break 90 minutes. It's like an hour 34. Mm-hmm. So there is that. But we're going back to the first one, which is always a mistake because, like, do not make me wish I was watching a better movie. But we're taking the character of Bunt, which I had to look up because I was like, this looks like it totally could be the same kid.
Fucking non-Lithgow.
He looks like he could be the kid. He's not. I was like, damn. I thought for sure it was that kid actually grown up and older. But we're following Bunt, and apparently his family was in the crematorium business. News to me, they didn't look like they had crematorium money in the first one. And for whatever reason, Ed Harley's ghost is still haunting Bunt and, you know, this area for reasons.
And also, Ed Harley's ghost got fatter and
older
because ghosts do, you know.
Yeah, they age like humans do.
And so here's where the timeline stuff gets real tricky, because we're saying that 1988 was present.
Now.
Yeah, was present day. So Bunt was, I'm gonna say, a teenager.
15,
yeah,
16.
like at most 15. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a young man. And
Now
so
he
now
looks
he's probably in his
48.
40s. Yeah. Which would jump this to 2020. Just roughly. Let's just say that, but it looks further back in time.
Not as bad as we're going to see.
No, but still.
I think that is driven mainly by, again, we don't really have a law enforcement in this town, really. We barely do. But we have Doug Bradley is your big get for this movie, and he dresses like he's in 1888.
Yeah, like the Quaker Oats guy.
I was going to say straight up fucking Jack the Ripper.
Oh, well,
and he's doing Jack the Ripper shit because he works out of the crematorium. Bunt works for him, and he's harvesting body parts to trade with the local meth dealer.
Meth, yeah.
To get meth to Bunt's sister, who he's implied that he's,
got a weird type of relationship a little bit
with. And other people in the town are like, they've been killing and butchering corpses, and there's a guy that is killed, and then he's dumped in the swamps, and then he's alive, and then he's dead again, and somehow that relates to some woman who lost a child, and her best friend all of a sudden is also got like a dead dad who's been cut up by Doug Bradley. And then later we find out that girls guy Oliver and Bunt think they can end the reign of terror of Pumpkinhead that the blonde initially started.
Yeah, she starts it,
by burning all these corpses, which I didn't want to get on a watch list, but I was curious how long it would take to crematorium.
2 hours per body.
Okay, you did the work for me. So easily this is going to be a 3-day job because there's a good 20-something corpses.
Oh yeah, it looks like
left.
The Walking Dead out there. Like,
they dig up all these corpses and leave them in front of the crematorium for days.
Oh, they didn't dig them up. Yeah, they're just ones that were found on the property. So that's the.
But they're just laying there for days. Mm-hmm. They're good. They get burnt up, thinking that'll stop Pumpkinhead. It don't. You still have to kill the people that resurrected them, which is like 4 people.
Yeah.
You kill all 3 of them. The 4th one, who's wearing a necklace again, climbs into the crematorium, the burner, fucking Frank style.
Yeah.
Gets burnt up. Haggis comes back. Makeup not as good at all. She looks kind of like the she-bitch from Army of Darkness more than anything.
A little bit Patricia Tallman action going on.
Buries the body back at Razorback Holler, and we get the callback of, instead of, you know, the little kid's necklace that was made for Lance Henriksen, now it's this star necklace thing, which will totally lead into what will happen in the next movie. Absolutely 100%. It's leading to what will happen next week in the saga of Pumpkinhead.
Sure. Yeah. So, jumping back to the beginning, when we're introduced to the Doug Bradley ghoul bandits, I guess. You know, they're
grave robbers.
Yeah, they're grave robbing. They're harvesting body parts before disposing of the bodies.
And Bunt's just being haunted by
Ed,
Lance Henriksen and Pumpkinhead, and this is that thing you were talking about in a previous show. We see Pumpkinhead in straight up daylight. And I was like, this is a mistake.
Yeah, we're doing something really wrong.
And the suit looks rougher. It looks, like I said, a very nice cosplay done at a convention, and maybe someone spent too much on that costume, and we need to justify the purchase by making a couple movies.
Oh yeah, it looks like you know, you got a guy who is like 6'6" and was like, I should play Pumpkinhead. You know what I mean? It's not a 12-foot demon anymore. It's literally just an average tall guy. You know,
6'7", 7 feet.
Yeah,
maybe.
Maybe just a tall guy, a tall skinny guy.
Put lifts on him.
Yeah, walking around in this decent suit, but there is no emotion. There's no
emotion. He looks like like an old Godzilla T-Rex combination.
Yeah.
There's no emotion in the face. There's no body language to speak of. And outside of that, we get some CG Pumpkinhead climbing.
Those are real rough.
And even the wife's like, "Ugh, the sci-fi budget's showing."
Yeah, and they could have easily not shown that, or it should have been a close-up of the guy in the suit. You know,
I would have seen the tail, like
go over the edge.
Tail, like you looking up at the roof, like at the gutters, and you see the tail. Whoosh.
Yeah, go over it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I don't need to see. I don't need to see how my burger is cooked. I don't need to see this thing actually climbing. We didn't see it climbing the fucking tree in the first one.
Nope. Just came outside and it was there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't know if it jumps or what. You know, I don't know. Yeah, it's terrifying to not know. But I just want to talk about these organ harvesters. And so when they're done, their body dumping technique is literally just go out into the woods and find like a shallow puddle.
It's TCM3 vibes.
Yeah, but at least in TCM3 they like were digging body pits. They did have like a whole swamp filled with bodies, but this is this is just a mud puddle in the woods, and it's like push this body down into 6 inches of water. Like, people are going to find it. It's not like you're not even trying, you know. Like,
they're also implying that Doug Bradley is spending the money on this organ harvesting from the meth dealer to fund his actual doctoring, which we never see him actually do any helpful things.
Yeah, take these pills and call me in the morning.
Yeah, we don't see him legitimately doctoring. I guess he has a reputation for it because he shows up in places and they're like, oh, the doctor is in.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yo, Dr. Death.
100%. But yeah, I don't know how the small town organ harvesting gig works, but this meth dealer, he looks like the lead singer of Nine Inch Nails.
He
Trent
is
Reznor. With the goggles and shit on.
Dude, he's 100% like purebred Russian. Like that dude. Yeah, in between takes, that dude is sipping vodka, you know, peeling potatoes.
That's just in his an IV drip, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. I'd say he's like the biggest character in the movie, just because he has like goggles and he's really eccentric, and he's kind of.
I don't know. This Doug Bradley is straight up. He's still just being Pinhead and saying Pinhead shit while cutting up. It looks like Frank from Hellraiser on the fucking slab that he's slicing up.
Yeah.
And I don't know why all of a sudden when someone sees him cutting up the bodies are like, get him. They're what the. Well, I was like, what's wrong with what he's doing? He's what?
Yeah, well, first of all, that fella at the beginning who's on the walk
Walking
with
his dog.
Yeah.
Walking the dog.
Yeah, and well, he finds a dead body out in the woods, and so he's like, I gotta get help. And then he literally goes to the crematorium. It says crematorium on the outside of it.
Wallace Crematorium.
So if I were to run in there to ask for help and I saw a guy performing what I would assume is an autopsy, I'd be like, yo, man, sorry, that's gross. I didn't need to see that, but there's a dead guy in the woods. That's literally how I'd react. I wouldn't be like, oh, and then take off. And then
That's
it'd be like,
illegal. What you're doing is illegal.
Because I have no frame of reference.
No.
Yeah. So
you could be taking out, metal things and shit.
And
so
also-
it wouldn't react to the fire pit.
the ultimate betrayal, though, is man's best friend sniffing him out. His own dog sniffs him out when he's trying to hide under those dead bodies, and is like, he's over here. So they stab him up with some pitchforks.
Yeah, and then he's left to die. And
After
then
they take a
he's-
kidney, yeah?
Yeah, it's implied that they organ harvest him, and you think he's dead, but he's not. They dump him. He's still alive. He gets in front of this blonde's truck.
Totally not
Gets
Russian.
in the truck, and she drives him to the sheriff's office, and
These
all
sheriffs.
the sheriff and his deputies could just straight up be doing the jerk off motion while she's talking to him. They're like, "Oh yeah, you found a guy who's hurt out there, and he's telling stories, whatever."
You want me to call your paw or whatever the fucking... Yeah, you want me to call someone again?
It's true, sheriff.
Would you come outside and take a look? And then we cut to, Sheriff, you better come out here and take a look at this. And I was praying to God that Doug Bradley had come and snuck that dude out of the car, so they would have been like, you're crazy. But
No, he's
Nope.
in there.
Yep.
And then we never see that guy again. And then we just see that they're uncovering a shit ton of bodies. For whatever reason, Haggis leaves her cabin.
to come out, yeah, well,
in her in daylight. Terrible to see.
these are not, that's a giant spider. These are not great decisions.
That's Haggis' spider right
It
there.
is right there.
You can't see it on camera, but we have a little tarantula just running across in front of us.
Scared of it. So, yeah, when everyone is recovering the
Here's
bodies,
another one.
don't do that.
It's literally it's from a.
We live in a cabin in the woods next to Haggis.
Haggis's other spider is literally dropping down in front of me.
Just smack it. So the law enforcement is now finding bodies all over this property, and they're linking it to Doug Bradley's underlings, and not Doug Bradley, because Doug Bradley's smart enough to distance himself from it.
Yeah, you get stupid people to do it
Yep.
for you.
And one of the deputies goes a little further than the property and stumbles upon the pumpkin patch, the raised pumpkin patch that we've seen
Yeah.
a few times. Well, only once. We've seen it in the
Well, yeah.
first. Because they didn't do that in the second one. He was in the
second
Micmac
one's
burial ground in the
its
second.
own thing.
Yep. Because we're back to the lore of the first movie. So this deputy climbs up the raised pumpkin patch and digs in and finds...
Hey, I found another one, Sheriff.
Yeah. And that's why Haggis comes. She's like, this one ain't yours. This
And they just let her take it.
Yeah, no, crazy old lady.
They're like, hold her down.
That lady's 196 years old.
They're
Like,
this corpse is mine.
yeah, so
I'll be taking this one with me.
she takes the corpse back, and then, this is probably my favorite part of the whole movie, though. I'm just gonna get it out of the way. The blonde lady has lost her child. Her child has died and has supposedly been buried. And while they're going through all these bodies, Doug Bradley's there and like, there's no children here. You're fine. And then another deputy comes bringing this this child's corpse out of the barn, straight up Walking Dead season 2 shit. And then the blonde lady has a meltdown. And it is the fucking worst fake dead body I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
It's literally like a
it's a
baby
it's
doll.
a Cabbage Patch doll.
Yeah, like stiff. The one arm is like stiff up. It's so fucking funny.
That's funny, but it is times 20 funnier.
Times 20 funny.
It's times 20 funny when you get to the end and they're burning all the corpses and they're like, well, we ran through all of them, and they're like, nope, we still have this, we still have the kid to burn, and we straight up, literally, she grabs this thing by the arm and flings this thing into the fire.
I believe the term is yeet.
Yeah,
as the children say.
The wife was sitting with me. She was working on something. I was like, I'm rewinding so you can
Jesus,
see this.
yeah.
See her chuck this baby into the fire. Because it does look like she was threw a fucking giant Cabbage Patch doll into the fire.
Oh, yeah.
Just stiff except for one arm. Like, yeah.
And also, like the prop crematorium is showing because the fire is only on the sides.
Yeah.
And so, like, it just lands in the middle and isn't burning.
And they hang on it for a little too long.
Oh, yeah,
too.
yeah.
They're like,
You
there
gotta
it goes.
make sure you know that baby's in that crematorium. But oh yeah, when that lady climbs in the crematorium to frank herself, like you said, when she go climbing, boy, the CG flames that are engulfing this woman.
I mean, I didn't hate it.
They just, you know what's a movie like Return of the Living Dead? How do they accomplish that? Smoke and orange lights. And you go, you know what? He's fucking
shoot it from a side angle.
Yeah, he is fucking
let the imagination work.
He's fucking on fire. I believe he's on fire. You show it straight on, and you put some low poly-res sci-fi flames and woo-wee.
Woo-wee.
It's ooh-wee, Rick. Ooh-wee. It's a like sci-fi puke. It's CG puke. It's bad. It's bad. Not as bad as climbing in the church, though.
Yeah, that it was funny to see Pumpkinhead dragging a big ass tree log to wedge a church door closed,
And it didn't even work.
Yeah,
He fails.
Like, you should have got a smaller one and just put it between the door handles.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
To lock it that way.
I was really hoping that he was going to light the whole church on fire, like from the outside with a torch or something.
Yeah, I grabbed Ed Harley's flamethrower
Yeah,
from the first
burn
one.
them all up like one of the Children of the Corn sequels.
Fire it up. Fire it up.
And I like how they're all trying to get the door open when there are clearly big, giant, like stained glass windows on the sides.
Yeah, you just throw a pew through.
Oh, yeah, one Bible through a window and fucking chuck a child through there, you know, and make your escape.
Throw the priest man through it. No
Yep.
problems.
Oh, he gets the CGI, whatever, stained glass falls down into his face. It wants to be Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth, right there. But
I oddly was thinking of like, I think isn't it Bride of Chucky where the nails go into John Ritter's face?
Yeah.
I feel like that is what I'm seeing in that moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not bad.
And you'll might be flabbergasted by this, but at the time, I made the note. At the time, I finished 3. I was like, I think this is like, if I'm putting it in an order right now, 1, 3, 2.
What the fuck ever? You're high.
That might have been a possibility, but at that time, now talking about it, trying to explain what is happening, I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I also remember not knowing why the blonde is even in the hotel with the meth dealer.
Yes.
Like, at some point, she's in the hotel, like opposite the room of the meth dealer and Doug Bradley.
Yeah, she tries to.
And I
she's
thought,
gonna
why
leave.
is she here? And then I just kept watching.
Yeah, she's gonna leave town, and then
Eventually,
yeah, she's trying to get away, and she stops at that hotel, and then she's trying to grieve.
So she's trying to
or whatever.
leave town. She didn't even get out of town yet, and she stopped for a pit stop that night.
Yeah, to spend the night.
That's like if I were like, I'm leaving this town, and I went down the street, and I was like, all right, as far as I go today.
Yeah, I went 3 blocks. Because you know this isn't like a city. This is like 3 storefronts
Yeah.
at best, and then a bunch of houses out in a holler, like we talked about in the first movie. Like, we are in Shit-Kickerville. They're lucky they have
got a
paved.
bomb-ass crematorium.
Yeah, they're lucky they got paved fucking roads. Like, this looks like horse and buggy. It's ridiculous. And so she is going to stay the night at this hotel, and then the fucking meth dealer next door is jamming out to his music too loud, so it makes her mad. So she goes over to yell at him, and then like it's so nonsensical. Like, we really got to pad the time. How can we keep it here? Keep it here. Keep it here. Like,
yeah. How can we find a way to redeem the character of Bunt, who went from this dirt-covered kid in the first movie that kind of kickstarted the Ed Harley downfall, to now he's working for a grave robber for reasons I don't understand. His sister, maybe just because he loves his sister and she's addicted to meth.
Yeah.
And I really didn't know. I feel like this is somebody that has, like, way back in the day when they would mock people smoking weed, and like, that doesn't make you do that.
Yeah.
And like, I don't, not that I've done meth, but I'm like,
Right.
Does that really make you feel like fucking goofy and shit?
Like, you can't stop laughing.
Yeah, because the sister, like, gets her hit of meth. Pumpkinhead shows up at the hotel they're at.
Use the devil, ain't you?
And she's just laughing at his ass.
Well, to be fair, if he
I was like,
came-
does meth do that to you? I thought, you were fucking jittery and wanting to clean the bathroom with like a
Yeah,
toothbrush and shit.
Yeah, you have a to-do list that's a mile long kind of deal when you're on meth. I think, like,
I
yeah,
didn't think shit was funny.
yeah, I think you're restless. I don't know. Even though we're in like meth capital, you know what I mean? Like this Midwest, a lot of meth usage going on. But
We really should show a meth addict what they're portraying it as in this movie.
yeah, like that ain't how I act. Like, get them all riled up. Yeah. So Pumpkinhead tracks him down to the whatever, the motel, the No-Tell Motel in Bucharest, Virginia.
Because Doug Bradley gets wise to what has happened. They've been summoned by these wronged people, and it's like, well, this one's dead, now this one's dead, we gave this one a lethal injection, he's dead, we just got to kill these last couple here, and we're in the clear.
Yeah, we're home.
We'll be good.
Sidebar. Speaking of the crystal meth the side quest or whatever, crystal meth is very prevalent in this movie. I can't even. Doug Bradley saying the words crystal meth is so fucking funny to me. It's kind of like how when we covered Dante's Peak, you're like, Pierce Brosnan learning how to say pyroclastic cloud. Like, he had to practice, so it sounded like it was something like in his vernacular. Like, it was a phrase that he was not new to. Yeah, like, I talk about pyroclastic clouds all the time, dog. Like, hearing Doug Bradley say, "You want your crystal meth?" Yeah. It sounds so like a
classic English trained actor, very serious.
Oh, prim and proper.
Yeah.
You can't live without your crystal meth, can you? Which would you want more, your brother or your crystal meth? Like, it's so...
It's on par with if he was after I go for shizzle.
Yeah, exactly. Like, bust out the b-boy pose. You're like, dude, you've never done that ever.
My name is Doug, and I'm here to sell you meth the
every
way.
day. Yeah. Pumpkinhead, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
And this is the third movie where they suffer from the same thing of, we have really, 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 really long
really
opening credits.
Oh yeah, you gotta have that whole harmonica solo. That whole yeah. They took that Pumpkinhead theme and
that snowy dust shit during the entire opening sequence, which all I could think of was, because we get to a crematorium thing, is some shit Charlie says in Always Sunny, like, oh, I just take all the trash, I throw it into the incinerator, get a nice smoky smell in the building, all that ash and smoke goes up into the sky where it turns into stars. And you're like, I don't think that's right, but I don't know enough about stars to dispute it.
Right. Turn it up even higher. We don't even want the ashes sticking around. God damn it. Yeah.
But that does get it to the hour 34 minutes. So this is the longest movie in the franchise so far. And
guess what? It feels like it.
I feel it's longer.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's definitely spots where I'm starting to, either they're not communicating the story well, which they probably aren't, but I feel like I'm like I'm having some Freddy's Nightmares effect. Like, did I lose consciousness for a few moments and come back in and forget something?
It's all over the place. It's very poorly made, and most of the time you don't hear us really dig the claws in and bad mouth a movie. But Pumpkinhead is a franchise that we hold near and dear, and to watch it go off the rails so hard, you know what I mean? Especially the first movie. Like we love Pumpkinhead 1. I love Pumpkinhead 2. But to even have any expectation that 3 and 4 may hold some semblance of 1 or 2, just enough to make you happy, and they don't. They really don't.
I would love to know that there's somebody out there that was like 8.
That was like, I fucking
2006.
love Pumpkinhead 3.
Yeah, something they cut their teeth on was Pumpkinhead Ashes to Ashes.
And you know what? There's got to be kids out there that saw it, that their only their only taste of horror was catching sci-fi movies.
I imagine.
Has to be. So, but it's just so rough, and it really takes me out of it. One, that I can tell it's not American.
I didn't know that.
It didn't catch on until the 4th, and then you were like, "Whoa, hey, what the fuck?"
I didn't catch on that that they were foreign. I definitely caught on as like everybody's dubbed like dog shit.
Yeah, real
so
bad.
I was like, I don't know, maybe they just had a bad sound mixer.
Yeah,
this is the first movie they've worked on.
What mean SMPTE time code error? Oh shit!
Some kind of error.
Yeah,
some kind of error.
Yeah, that dude got karate chopped by.
Oh shit!
Hanu.
How you spell that?
Repeat after me.
I'm a fucking asshole.
Brutal Massacre references. Deep cut. Yeah, dude. And going back, we talked about it 2 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago even. Pumpkinhead is synonymous with a few things. Blue nighttime lighting.
Which we don't have now.
Nope, that's gone. Sounds of like the cicadas. Gone. The lightning, which is all gone. So there's all of these like built-in elemental things that come with Pumpkinhead.
That should come with Pumpkinhead.
Yeah, they need to signify his arrival. They have. It's part of what makes Pumpkinhead Pumpkinhead. And in this movie, we're like, you know what? Shoot him in the woods in daylight. Why not? We got a cool costume. Put it in daylight. And for the most part, like you were saying, it's a decent costume for like if you or I had spent like $3,000
if we had bought it or made it, we would be like, this is the most amazing thing we've ever seen.
But let me tell you, even with that costume, just like Pumpkinhead 2, when it had its problems, there are ways to shoot it to make it not so fucking terrible. And that is...
They don't do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Slather that fucker up with some KY jelly, get it all slimy, hit it with some blue light, and keep it in the shadows. You could have made that just an inexperienced cinematographer, or just a really like I don't give a fuck director. Like
that's a paycheck. It's not a passion project. I'm shooting Pumpkinhead 3 for the SyFy Channel.
Yeah, shoot him in the woods.
Whoopity doo.
Walking up on somebody or whatever. Like it's, and then again, like we said, like the real Pumpkinhead is a dude on stilts with the bent backwards feet, like or whatever, not feet but legs. You know,
yeah, like
they kind of have that.
Go the other, like the Arrival.
Yeah, so like it is tall, but it feels like it could get even taller.
Yeah.
Like, and this is just literally a dude in a rubber suit,
which they use for the next movie. So the suit in this and Haggis are exactly the same.
Oh yeah, they were shooting them like simultaneously, I believe.
Yeah, and I had to, and because the wife was with me, she was looking up and seeing from time to time. She's like, "That suit looks pretty good. I think it looks as good as the first one."
That doesn't even make sense, really.
And I was like, "No, it does not." And she's like, "Yes, it does." I was like, I had to stop where we was, go back to the first movie, go all the way back to where a dude gets stabbed with the rifle.
Yeah.
And like, you're telling me that looks as good as this. She's like, yeah, you're right. I was like, yeah, you're getting fooled. You've been watching these two movies that we're doing now and believing that these are as good as what was done originally. It's not.
It's not. But if you have a lull in between, you know, if you have a big break and you don't have Pumpkinhead 1
You know,
or
like
2,
20 years.
Yeah, if you don't have it fresh in your mind and you're like,
That's Pumpkinhead.
that's pretty good, you know, I can see where you make that.
But if you're going to do that, do not fucking include Lance Henriksen. Do not include fucking Haggis. Do not go back necessarily and show us exactly what Razorback Holler was looking like. Don't make us want to go back to the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then they do the even unthinkable on top of that is we're going to have Bunt retelling parts of the first movie and showing parts of the first movie. So you're like, see how much better this looked 2 movies ago?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, there's your ultimate sin.
Yeah.
Is there? We're showing you a better movie you should be watching.
Yeah, and Halloween 2018 did that too, but like Halloween 2018 solid enough to carry the weight. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, when you go back and you show the previously on, you know, when you go do that, and especially with Pumpkinhead, man, that you're not beating a Stan Winston design, so, and then you have to sit there in reality and go, oh no, I'm watching a made for sci-fi movie that I'm convinced, since we talked about the budget, I'm convinced that's some sort of crazy money laundering scheme. There's no way $3 million is in that movie. There's no way. You give me $3 million and our hometown, I'm making something.
Citizen Kane.
I'm making the Citizen Kane of horror movies. I'm making the most disgusting. I'm making fucking Terrifier, dude. On $3 million, are you kidding me? On $3 million, the shit that I could pull off.
How much of that budget is in Doug Bradley's salary, though?
I wonder what he got paid. He
You have
better
to
have
pay
got
him
fucking
a lot.
paid handsomely.
I would say 500,000
Yeah.
plus, per diem.
So before
Because
we
he's carrying everything in this movie.
absolutely,
There's a reason I don't remember anybody's fucking name.
yeah, just-
I wrote down Oliver just
Bunt is-
because we have 2 survivors at the end of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because after we get all the bodies burned up, Pumpkinhead is still on the hunt. So, spoiler surprise, the only way to stop this madness is if he finishes killing everybody, and then the people that called upon him have to go down.
Yep.
And so I thought there was a chance they was going to do something. They were going to swerve us. Because there's a moment where Bunt takes a bullet
yeah.
for somebody else. And I thought, ooh, that would be an interesting twist. He self-sacrifices because he's one of the marked ones. Mm-hmm. Maybe if you do that and redeem it, it kind of throws, like Final Destination, it throws off Death's plan. And immediately, he burns up. Pumpkinhead burns up and it's over with. I was like, maybe they're going to do that. But it doesn't. He just gets shot in the stomach, survives it. And at the end of the movie, the cops show
okay.
Yeah, the cops show up, as they always do when everything's too fucking late. And they haul Oliver and Bunt off to jail. Bunt's still got a gunshot wound in his stomach. They're loading him into the back of the car. No rush at all. No pain at all.
Yep.
He's definitely not going to die in the car on the way to the police station.
That's right. You're gonna be okay.
Yes. Yeah, just shot in the abdomen. No selling it at all. He's fine.
Yeah. Well, he probably had a couple glasses of moonshine from the still, or he's huffing formaldehyde. I don't know.
I don't know how, if I had that thought, no one working there was like,
You should be hurt.
why don't we go with that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, did you think that? Because I thought when he jumped in and got the gunshot, that Bunt got shot, I was like, that is a way to throw off the whole, formula.
I'm gonna be 100% transparent, man. By the end of this movie, I was so fucking, I was watching and I was taking notes, but I was so fucking checked out. I was so angry. I told you, when each movie got over, I stood up to, put in the next disc or whatever, and I just went, thank God. Thank God. They are a chore. They are a slog to sit through.
I had that it's literally a note I have in the next movie. We'll get to it, but I literally wrote down a note, and it's in you wouldn't think in the 4th act I would do that, but in the the last like 20 minutes, I'm like, I really wrote, I am checked out.
Oh yeah.
I had that moment, but that's for next one. This one I was with, but I was definitely, I had blind spots.
Yeah. Well, this is a noggin scratcher. You know what I mean? Because first of all, you accept that it exists, so you start. You know what I mean? You start going, and you're like, all right, I'm here. Let me just see how this is gonna go. And then it just progressively gets a little worse and a little worse and a little worse.
I mean, it takes that big bump immediately because I'm like, Pumpkinhead in daylight. I'm like, ugh. Mm-hmm. And they're like, bunt. Okay. Lance Henriksen as a ghost. Okay.
Yeah, but that's going up and down.
Yeah, it's like haggis in daylight. Oh, bodies just laid out all day. Oh, what happened to that guy that was alive who's dead now is alive and dead again?
The CGI.
The climbing.
That climbing.
Why is she in the hotel? Why is the meth dealer?
Yeah. Momentum shifting in a wrestling match. Now I've seen everything. That's literally, you're like, I'm with it. I'm not with it. I'm with it. I'm not with it. It's rough.
I kept trying to be with it. I don't know why I wanted to be with it. For whatever reason, I did not really want the drive for 2, but for whatever reason, 3, I was like, come on, you can make it.
Yeah. Pull through. Shock me, because you hadn't seen it yet. Pumpkinhead 2 you had already seen at least once or twice.
Yeah.
So you knew like it didn't live up to 1 for you. So you were like, god damn it.
It's only going to get worse because now I know more.
Yeah. And then you get into Pumpkinhead 3 and you're like, this is a clean slate.
Yep.
Despite it being a sci-fi movie, which immediately is like 3 checks for us. That's red marks.
You're starting at 80%.
Yeah,
no way you're starting at 100, and that's as high as you could go.
Yeah, you got your Red Wings already. You got a couple red check marks. I already know. I'm in for no money. Although, let me say, surprisingly, both of these 3 and 4, surprisingly, not the Pumpkinhead design, but surprisingly, some of the gore not terrible. Some of the gore and the kills not terrible. Better than I had anticipated in a few spots. I will say that. I'll say that.
I'll be honest. I don't remember any gore.
Just a little. There's a little, like,
in my mind's eye. Like, I remember the shit happening to the priest. Mm-hmm. But the only other gore I think of is if it fits in timely with my perfect execution.
It's a perfect execution. Chop 'em up. It's a perfect execution. Covered in blood. It's a perfect execution. Just make it dumb. It's a perfect execution. And it's always fun. Fun.
Okay. Show me.
This is really fucking some Weekend at Bernie shit. Because one of the, I don't know who the fuck he is. He's with Bunt's crew.
Yeah.
He's the other guy. I think his name is just Extra.
Yeah.
He gets, like, impaled on the weather vane.
Yeah.
On the roof, which is great. I love the impaling on the weather vane. But what's great about that is later, Doug Bradley's like, you gotta go get that fucking corpse off the roof. And then Doug has to use his big-ass fucking, Poltergeist 2 hat to block, a dude from looking up the roof that's at the house later as Bunt's trying to pull this body off the roof. He slips and falls, and he's literally ripping the body off of the weather vane.
Yeah.
And it's sliding down the roof, and then right as the car pulls away, thud.
Yeah,
that was fucking great. That was hilarious. That was the best part of the movie.
So, yeah, sidebar. That weather vane kill initially was my perfect execution.
No shit.
I was like, that's fucking awesome. It's a very wrestling-esque, which we talked about last movie with R.A. Mahaloff. Like, it's a, I'm gonna fucking scoop slam you or whatever, full on press you and drop you onto a fucking weather vane, which was top notch. Until we got towards the end of the movie, and then I went, nope, never mind. There's a sequence when an explosion happens, and Doug Bradley, stunt double, fucking does like 19 weird, like, not cartwheels, we're not talking gate cartwheels.
No,
these are like barrel rolls.
Kinda, like 3/4 barrel rolls.
Yeah, barrel rolls out this window, and I was like, oh fuck. did that barrel roll explosion just kill Doug Bradley? Because I couldn't remember. And so I was like, barrel roll explosion, Doug Bradley. And then he gets back up, and then Pumpkinhead does the old CGI tail poke through the chest. And I went, good enough. Barrel roll explosion, tail poke through the chest. Doug Bradley needed to get it. He's the one.
He needed to get it in a grander fashion.
Yeah, he kind of gets it a little trim.
Like if he had they had zoomed in on his face.
Yeah.
After the explosion there, and he had kind of a like he's been watching Mannequin face. That'd have been I would have accepted that, but the alien spear through the chest kind of kill. I was like, he needed something grander.
Should have got split down the middle or something, But yeah,
something. Yeah,
just watching him die was cool. So, and I mean, we love Doug Bradley. We got the chance to meet him at Crypticon, and he's a super cool dude. But watching him play something, like you said, he
looks like a dude and sounds like a dude who would just wipe his ass with this script.
Yeah,
he had to have been paid super handsomely to do it.
I bet
that's one of the $3 million right there.
Yeah, I would bet. Yeah, I would bet big time that he got paid handsomely, and that he was also like, I won't do it for a penny less than X amount. Like, Jesus Christ, you kidding me? Unless he really wanted to go to Bucharest or wherever. Like, if he, you know what I mean? Like, if it was one of those things like I'd never been there, let me go on a vacation, get paid. You got me for 4 days and whatever fucking...
They milked the shit out of them 4 days because he's all over this movie.
Yeah. I don't know how many days they had him. I don't know how many days it took to shoot it, but I'm just saying, pay me to go on vacation. Sure. It's kind of probably why they take certain conventions in certain places,
I imagine, yeah.
Yeah, you want me to go to California or whatever? You want me to go California. But yeah, that being said, I suppose we can move to our Brown Panty Award.
Oh, baby. It's time to slip into something a little more comfortable. It's time for the Brown Panty Award.
And I will go first.
Please.
This go around. And I feel like, if I'm not misremembering, about 2 weeks ago, you may have had a similar Brown Panty Award. And most of the time, I try really hard to not do an outside-the-box pick. Most of the time, I try to pick, a specific character. Yada. This time around, I just gave my Brown Panty Award officially to the Pumpkinhead franchise because I didn't want it to die, and this is where I consider this is hardcore death. It's not.
This is the death, and it's part 4, the burial, the funeral.
Yeah, pretty much, man. There's not a lot of redeeming factors in this. I can't imagine you and me sitting around, let's say in a year from now. We're sitting around, we're hanging out, we're having a weekend or where we're doing whatever. I can't imagine you going, dude, ashes to ashes today? And I go, fuck yeah. You know what I mean? There's not...
I don't get a fuck yeah, but I totally can see us watching this definitely in...
Ooh, maybe for a commentary.
Yeah, 100%.
But
I don't see that for 4. I don't think there's any way we could have fun with 4, but I think we can find some with 3 because there's spots I laugh my ass off in this. Hurling a baby into an incinerator. Hilarious. A body being falling off a roof and splatting on the ground. Hilarious.
This is true. Yeah. I suppose. I mean, there may be some...
There's
mitigating factors. They're not like we...
If we can make houseboat horror a side-splitting laughter, we can do it with Ashes to Ashes Pumpkinhead 3.
A sidebar to anyone who don't know about houseboat horror. That movie's the shit. Let me just...
Boy, if they had $6 million, $3 million,
could you
or $1
imagine?
million.
Blumhouse reboot
that movie was made for $3.
Yeah, Blumhouse reboot houseboat horror.
If only one person in this movie told Pumpkinhead to piss off.
Yeah.
Piss off.
Well, the lady who's high on crystal meth comes pretty close. I mean, she's laughing at him and you the devil, ain't you? Take me home.
Fuck out of my house.
Yeah, get the fuck out of my house, dude. Yeah, the whole take me home thing, and I don't know. We need to get a consultant on the street who knows what it's like to do crystal meth, and ask
I'm just
them.
going by the anti-drug commercials, and it's like it looks like you just like to clean shit.
Yeah.
Incessantly and like feverishly. So I don't think you find anything funny on meth. Who knows?
I think you're regressive on meth, maybe.
Regressive?
No, aggressive.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
Like you become a child?
Well, maybe. Which I think you would probably think everything's funny if you were.
When you eat people's... it's bath salts. You eat people's faces off.
That's true. Or at least that's purely speculation. That's what we've heard. I don't know. Never done that either. So
no, if it's shit that's supposed to be cleaning your bathrooms and stuff under the sink, you're not supposed to be doing it recreationally as a drug.
Oh yeah. So speaking of that, sidebar of sidebars, I'm gonna go on a drug tangent.
Oh boy.
Hey, a little drug tangent. Little
Might make the movie better.
trip back in the Wayback Machine. We're talking. I might have been 16. I might have been 16 years old, and I was visiting my father, so I was hanging out with my stepbrother, who's a little younger than me, but he hung around with a lot of unsavory kids. You know what I mean? Like, he would go to, and these were like adults, so they would have been like in their 20s, 24, 25. Just what do you call those type of houses? Just fucking flop houses, you know, where like that's your adult is like a 24-year-old and hanging out with a bunch of kids or whatever. And we go over to this house because he's like, yeah, my buddies are all over there. And they're fucking making meth. This dude is making meth. And they're like, you want to do some? And I'm like, not a chance in hell, dude. Because I'm a straight edge motherfucker. And they're like explaining to me what's in it. Like, he's like, it's super easy to make, dude. Like all this list of shit. And I'm like, that's in that. And then you smoke it. Like, on what fucking planet do those ingredients sound like something you should smoke? And then, crazier sidebar to that, like 3 months later, that dude that was like 24, 25, that was his house, his fucking meth cooking thing blew up and he lost a bunch of his fucking fingers. And he went to jail and then went to prison.
Fingers?
Well, for manufacturing and distributing and shit. Like, this fucking goon, like, I don't know, man. So I'm just saying that shit. I'm your PSA. Don't fuck with that.
Don't call Pumpkinhead shit. They'll blow themselves up at some point.
Yep. Just let nature take its course, Mr. Walker. Yeah. So that's my little drug tangent, which I don't really.
So that being said, do you have a tie-in for this movie?
It's time for the tie-in. So many movies, so little time. You better pick yours before I pick mine. So watch a double feature. All monsters and creatures. It's a double feature. Oh, death, death, death.
I do. Do you want me to go first?
Sure. What you got?
Okay, so once upon a time, I gotta preface this with a little, because I often forget how rough Pumpkinhead, Ashes to Ashes, and whatever the fucking other one's called,
Blood Feud
is. I often forget how bad they are. And you and I, we talk a lot about these sci-fi movies. You know, we have a disdain for like Sharknado and things like that. Things that are made to be bad.
Yeah.
You know, and I find charm in something that is like not trying to be bad that ends up bad. That, you know, and Pumpkinhead 3 is a little like that. Just, you know, it didn't mean to suck so bad. It just does. And that makes me think of another movie that I was so quick to write off, but now feels like an Orson Welles movie. So my tie-in is Jeepers Creepers 3. It was made specifically for sci-fi, and the first time I saw it, I was like, I can't believe this exists. I cannot fathom that they made this, and it is a Jeepers Creepers movie. It's god-awful. next to Pumpkinhead Ashes to Ashes, it looks like the greatest fucking horror movie ever made. And it makes me realize how far we've come on these direct-to-TV sci-fi movies, especially legacy sequel things. So, mine has to go to Jeepers Creepers 3 just because just a little bit of a saving grace of cheap piece of shit franchise continuation.
Wow. Oddly enough, I also decided to go with a TV movie.
Well, I mean,
and I'll raise it tenfold because this was 2006. I'll give you a made-for-TV movie that's 10 years younger than that, and a million times more awesome to watch, funny and creepy at spots at the same time. So I'm gonna go with Deadly Invasion: The Killer Bee Nightmare.
Oh, hell,
that's how you make a TV movie. That's ridiculous, but rewatchable as fuck.
We covered that on the live stream.
We did.
And I don't know if
it was a Bugvember.
Regular audiences are allowed to see it, or if you have to be a Patreon to access past 2-hour shows.
I think you have to be a member.
But I will tell you this. I mean, you could be a member for $1 a month, and you're talking
900,
200,000
videos,
200 fucking live streams that are 2 hours of
sometimes 3, sometimes longer.
Yeah, intense research. For anyone who does not know about Deadly Invasion, which when you and I had started talking about it, you unlocked that core memory, because I remember seeing it on TV, and then we hunted and hunted and hunted, and we got like a really rough bootleg, and boy, that is fun. That's a great pick, because that's how you do it.
Yeah, like here's a movie that definitely probably had a less than $6 million budget.
Oh, no fucking question.
And was able to do leaps and bounds better. If Jeepers Creepers 3 looks like a heaven send after Ashes to Ashes, Deadly Invasion has to be Gone with the Wind.
It is. Plus also one handsome Ryan Felipe.
I was like, Ryan Felipe, Robert Stack.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say the dude from Dukes of Hazzard, but he's the dad in Night of the Twisters, which that's
also in Airplane 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. Whatever that guy's name is.
Robert Hayes.
Is it Robert Hayes?
Robert Hayes. He's also in Cat's Eye. He does the skit where they're the story where he's cheating, or the rich guy's wife is cheating with him. And the rich dude's like, he's going to make him walk around the balcony of this high-rise building.
Yep.
And if he gets around it, he gets the money and gets the girl and gets to leave.
Yep. Yeah. Been a minute since I've seen that, but that
and Quitters Inc. is the best stories.
The James Woods, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Good shit.
James Woods sucks, but I mean, that's a great story.
So, James Woods does suck, but when we didn't know James Woods sucked,
that was great.
James Woods kicked ass.
Yeah.
Vampires, fucking Digstown.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's the fucking man, except he's not the man. Let's just leave it at that.
He used to be somebody.
Yeah, you used to be the shit. So
now you just shit.
Yeah. It does plays himself on Family Guy, which is cool also.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah, ooh, piece of candy. But on that note, we got to double back because we skipped over
the brown panty?
No, the
Walter. Actually, I didn't give my brown panty. I forgot.
Oh, okay. Well,
we skipped my brown panty entirely because we got on the meth side train.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, it happened. That's what meth does. You get sidetracked.
Yeah, start cleaning.
My brown panty, I complained a bit about it in the last movie, but we don't have it here, and you said it earlier, you miss it once it's gone. So my brown panty is the death of the constant strobe lighting that we got when Pumpkinhead was in sight.
You mean you really, really miss atmosphere? And yeah, what makes Pumpkinhead Pumpkinhead? Yeah.
It's like if we had Nightmare on Elm Street in the next movie, like what if he had spoons on his fingers instead on the next one? And what if it only happens when you've been awake too long?
Yeah.
Instead of, you need to go to sleep. What if you're like, oh, I've been up 12 hours and Freddy just shows up. Yeah, he's no longer burnt, he's been drowned.
Yeah, don't let people get comfortable with the lore
He hates hats and wears tank tops now.
Yeah, just fuck it all up. Yeah, my bad on sidetracking you with my meth tangent. But yeah, So yeah, we got all jumbled, but that we'll take a look at.
That's how this fucking movie is, man.
Yeah, it really is like a fever dream.
It is. It's a Freddy's Nightmares effect.
Yeah, watch it when you don't feel good. And you're having.
You will feel bad.
Yeah, but we'll take a look at the Walter Paisley Horror Movie Survival Guide and get one tip on how to survive Pumpkinhead, ashes to ashes.
You must abide on every page if you don't wanna die. This ancient book will help keep you alive. So pay attention to the tips of how to survive.
Let's listen.
Boy, am I on pins and needles for what this one could be.
Walter Paisley is a man of infinite wisdom. And if you pay close attention to this movie, it seems that there's one mitigating factor that causes all the mayhem. And Bunt lets the line out. He says, the crematorium has been busted for a while. So they just, instead of fixing the crematorium, they just started hiding bodies. And then they also started harvest. That's what led them to harvesting body parts, because they just had a bunch of bodies on hand. So, if you really, truly want to survive Pumpkinhead ashes to ashes, you should just probably schedule regular crematorium maintenance.
Don't let work pile up.
Haha, but seriously, you take care of your equipment, and sidebar, because you brought up earlier, you said, how long does it take a body to burn in a crematorium?
Yeah, that was immediately the first thought I had. I was like, that's got to take a couple of days.
So, and the only reason I know this is because there is a true crime 3-part show called The Mortician that is on HBO Max. And anyone who has not seen this shit will blow your fucking mind. This dude, he owned a really small crematorium, and he goes through, it takes 2 hours, because you burn a body all the way down, then you clean out the ashes, and then you can move on. So you can get 4 bodies a day if you're on top of your shit. And this guy had 2 ovens, so he could technically get 8 bodies a day. He started bidding out to other funeral homes for their bodies and getting bodies, and then he was doing 200-300 a year. He was literally burning through bodies and making tons of money. And so on the side, he was also pulling out their gold teeth and fucking selling the gold teeth. He was taking organs, selling eyeballs. He was doing all kinds of harvesting. But
he looked at what Nazi scientists were going. I could take a page out of this book.
Exactly. And so once you sign over,
a good business model here.
Once you sign over someone that's dead, you're basically saying, they are now your property. You cremate them, whatever. Once you've signed it over, if they wanted to take the eyeballs, if they wanted to take the organs, they can. It's illegal. It's not proper, but they can, because you've signed it over. So this guy was taking these.
These are my eyeballs now.
And selling
totally
them.
Mine.
Yeah. And selling them. He'd take the clothes off the bodies and take them to Goodwills and get, sell them for a couple bucks. This dude was a shyster of all shysters, but he was putting 20 bodies in the crematorium at once, burning them up. And the only reason he got caught, this went for years and years and years, but the 2 guys that worked for him on the nighttime that would keep it going, they were fucking meth addicts, go figure. And they left bodies in and went out to go do drugs, and they got all fucked up, and the crematorium caught on fire. And so then there was just evidence everywhere, of all this shit that they were doing. And this dude went to prison for a long time. It's crazy. It's called The Mortician. So that's how I know. And it's very close to this Pumpkinhead shit. So I was pulling from my knowledge of that while watching this movie. Yeah, that's pretty.
I think that should have been your tie-in.
Yeah, that could be. Watch The Mortician. So we'll get that put on the MB so you and the missus can watch it, because it's crazy, bro. I mean, fucking crazy. Yeah. But yeah.
All right.
Yeah. On that note, Yeah, so we've done our tie-ins. We've done How to Survive. That can only mean it's time to move on to the next segment, which is what, Evil?
Imagine this is a real stretch. We gotta go check out the Amazon 1-star news reviews.
I'm gonna have a hard time believing anyone likes this movie, so I bet you had a plethora to choose from.
Welcome to the 1-star news reviews. Believe it or not, there weren't many to choose from at all, and I think that's because nobody watched it.
Yeah.
Or nobody bought it from Amazon and was like, I need to warn other people about this ahead of time. So I just was able to find, I think, one for this and one for the next one.
Okay.
But this is from DAA or DA on October 11th, 2020. So during COVID times, probably about the only time that you'd be locked in enough. You're like, I guess it's time, unless you run a podcast, to watch Pumpkinhead Ashes to Ashes.
Yeah.
So what does DA have to say? 1 star. A suckfest of suckiness that sucks the life out of you through its suckfest. He goes on to say, it really sucks.
He ain't lying. I'm on board with you. Daw.
That's from the DA who thought this sucked.
Yeah, you're probably right. This dude probably was like kind of like us, goes and buys a lot of random movies to put on the shelf, and then during
or
COVID...
2020, yeah, he's probably just buying them digitally or renting them digitally.
Ew. Could you imagine?
Renting this?
I'd be so mad. Although I wouldn't actually, because it wouldn't stick around in my house.
I was like, you paid money to own. You still own it. You have it forever.
I sure do.
This dude bought it digitally, and he can just go.
It'll
it's
go
gone.
away. Yeah, it'll go away into the ether. Yeah,
He
but
never owned it to begin with.
Mine's on the shelf.
He borrowed a license.
Mine's on the shelf in case I ever have that need again. Which
One day we will.
I hope I don't.
I kind of hope we do. If we could find a reason to watch Muck, or I could find a reason to watch Muck at least 3 times in a lifetime, I could at least do Ashes to Ashes one more time.
There's 2 reasons to watch Muck a couple times. That movie's filled with Jane's big breasts. So many boobs in that movie.
So much you actually legitimately get bored with them.
You get so sick of nudity that
Which you can't imagine younger you saying that to yourself, but like, it's true.
yeah, like, okay, I've literally seen these nipples for 45 minutes straight. I'm done. I'm so fucking bored. Yeah. So that being said, Daw hit the nail on the head. And of course,
Sucky suckfest of suckerness.
we will come back to it. I think, yeah, we do need
This
to bring,
all day suckers down to the soggy white stick.
we do need to be doing commentaries again. We need to bring that back.
3B theater.
So there will most likely be some commentary.
You want to put clown makeup on and do theater?
I do. Let's do it.
We can set a TV on this unseen side of the cabin and just watch something.
It's true. We can. But I suppose, on that note, time to move on to the next segment.
I mean, the final segment. Mm-hmm. It's time to play the game?
I think so.
All right, let's play the game.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game.
Da-da-da-da-da-da! Play the game.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, harmonically. I got blisters on me fingers.
Fucking so much harmonica and banjo ass. Yeah, that weird shrill boy. But not a cowboy movie.
No.
Very different tone.
Man, Bun should have worn a duster.
One of them pocket watches.
I mean, that's shit I would imagine Doug Bradley wearing, because he's straight up wearing shit that looks like the stuff Tall Man's wearing in the throwback photos.
100% like
That, like, Colonel Sanders, like, black
skinny
tie
ass
thing.
ties.
Yeah.
What the hell kind of...
Top hat.
It's like it's just a piece of ribbon. It's not even a tie. You know what I mean? Like it's so thin. It's
He should have a mustache, like a real like fancy curled mustache.
yeah.
And
Then he would
rolls
look like
R's when he
fucking
talks.
H.H. Holmes.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna do it. Do it.
Yeah. Go all in, baby. Just man, Doug Bradley with a big old stupid mustache would be fucking awesome.
I want it looking as fake as
Yes.
fucking all hell.
Someone Photoshop that and put that in our Discord because I need that more than I need Pumpkinhead 3.
I mean, it's just as ridiculous if you dressed him up as one of those, like, with the suspenders and red and white striped, like, vests.
Oh, like a barbershop quartet?
Yeah.
Prom night dumpster baby. Which, speaking of that, it is time to play the game. And if you're new here, welcome. But you're probably scratching your head asking yourself, what is the game? Well, the game is a deep cut in and of itself, where you got to pick a prop from the movie that we are covering, but it can't be a well-known prop. This is Pumpkinhead Ashes to Ashes again.
Good fucking luck.
Don't take the Pumpkinhead costume because that guy probably
That's
mortgaged his house to own that costume.
Yeah, he owns that costume.
Yeah, it's his and his alone. He will not let you borrow it. He won't let you have it. He won't let you look at it or take flash photography of it. So you can't.
Ruins the integrity of the suit.
That's right. There's too much light on it.
Latex melts.
So yeah, it's time to pick a prop. Pick a weird one. Let us know on all the places you can. Comments on the podcast, whether it's the video podcast, the audio podcast, if it's a clip on Instagram, if it's on our Discord, wherever you find us, Patreon, and let us know your prop because it's very, very important. And mine, I'm going because I have to, and
You have to.
I have to have this prop.
Okay.
I want the dead baby prop with the one arm stuck up because that got the biggest pop out of me.
Oh, it did.
Oh, fuck. They come carrying it out of the barn, and it's literally got one arm up like Chucky at the end of Child's Play 1 when he's like nothing but an arm and a torso. And it's so stiff, and I can't get over this fucking, the little nubby fingers, like, just, and I was like, that's fucking hilarious. It literally looks like you said, like a doll you buy at Dollar General that's got like whatever.
That's the piss poor effort, but attempting that we do appreciate.
Yeah,
it's the rest of it that's the problem.
Doesn't quite hit you in the feels like,
They're
what would you do, Daddy?
Yeah, they're legitimately trying to pass this off as a baby, and that is
baby.
phenomenal.
It's like a 3-foot
Yeah, it's
My
huge.
Buddy doll. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But them being so like genuine about it is what makes it amazing.
Oh yeah, and let's be fair to that blonde actress, whatever her name is, Natalia Nostrovia, or whatever the fuck. Boy, she tried. She really tried to hit that my baby thing, and
Like you have an onion in your hand.
yeah, blowing dust in your eye. Like she was trying.
Pulled a bunch of nose hairs.
Yeah, it's just so fucking stupid. And
She's not crying. She's trying not to laugh in their face.
like, oh fuck, man. When you and you know that actress, as soon as she saw that prop, she was like,
I wouldn't even have shown it to her.
Yeah.
I'd be like, we're gonna shoot this all the next day
we're gonna
when
use
you're not
CGI.
here. Yeah.
I don't even have Nintendo. It's just it's the most laughable thing in this movie for me. So I had, and especially when you were talking about them just chucking it in the fucking crematorium. Holy God. It
Yeah,
doesn't.
because it's not like, oh, and the family jewel of all this, the baby.
Her
It's
sweet baby. Yeah.
It's straight up like, fuck, we forgot this one.
Yeah, from across the room, like a 3-pointer, like a
Kobe.
buzzer. Yeah, a buzzer should go like, yeah, nailed it. Yeah, the shot clock. He's heating up. Oh, that was a fucking NBA Jam reference. Deep cut.
Oh, yeah. Arcade 1-Up. Give us one of those.
Yeah, hook it up.
My prop, I didn't mention it because I didn't know if you had caught it.
Okay.
But it's only a good prop to have just so you could completely throw people off the beaten path. But this is a SyFy Channel movie. Everybody knows who Doug Bradley is.
Oh, yeah.
You know why we got him. You know what he's famous for. So there is a sequence where he is sitting like in his office, and to the left on camera you get to see there's straight up like 4 or 5 fucking Hellraiser puzzle boxes stacked
Oh, yeah,
up.
yeah.
And I was like,
Come on. Yeah.
and I was like, you know what? Give me one of those puzzle boxes. You're like, oh, you got one from Hellraiser. I'm like, fuck you. No, this is from Pumpkinhead.
Yeah.
Ashes to ashes, bitch.
Yeah, it's a deep cut. Yeah, of course he had a table full of them, you know? Like he fucking sells them at the local farmer's market or some shit. Like,
See, there's a there's like a difference there because like Leslie Vernon, like there's just one on the table in the background. You catch it, you don't, Mm-hmm. Here it's kind of the same. You catch it, you don't. But they had to stack like 6 of these fuckers on top of each other. Like,
yeah, you know. Oh,
like, should we bring in one? Like, no, more.
Or like Evil
Stack
Dead,
4 of them. They're like, more.
like Evil Dead 2, having the Freddy glove hanging up, and you only see it if you look for it.
This would be like if they'd hung the fucking glove, the hat, the sweater, all from a clothesline.
Fucking newspaper, Kruger.
Yeah, Springwood slasher released.
Yeah. Yeah, whole with a fucking neon arrow pointing at that motherfucker. Like, it's just stupid. But yeah,
Egregious, but I was like, I'm taking one
well,
of those puzzle boxes.
of course, yeah. You know, you gotta.
Just fucking because.
So fucking dumb. I truly do encourage anyone who has not seen this, because I do know, let me say this, I do know we have at least one listener who will send me messages and be like, I'm queuing up this movie because you guys covered it. And so I anxiously await like well, that was a fucking waste of time. You know what I mean? Like, we told you, listening to our podcast about it might even have been a waste of time, but you know, at least now you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, Misery Loves Company. Welcome to the show.
Come on down. Oh boy.
Well, if you thought that was rough, give it 2 more weeks, and we're gonna dig even. If this was the death, it is true. Next show is the 4th and final Pumpkinhead, and it is absolutely the funeral for this franchise.
That's true. So I suppose we should probably get going, because after all, there's a lot of movies out there and somebody's got to watch them. So why not us? Right?
Take me home.
Thank you for listening to the Deep Cut Podcast. We sure had a blast trying to make you all laugh. You gotta set your reminders and get ready to geek, 'cause there's a brand new episode every 2 weeks. Now that you're done with the show, leave a comment on that shit and let us know your movie prop pick.